This is the Mooney Acclaim Type S. Just as there will always be airplanes, there will always be airplane buyers to whom nothing else matters but raw speed. Forget cabin size, payload, range, or safety. Let's just go faster than anyone else. And for these buyers, Mooney has the right airplane, the Acclaim Type S, which appears to be a no-kidding 240 knot plus airplane, making it one of the fastest single-engine pistons. Although speed is usually the antithesis of efficiency, the Type S can, nonetheless, deliver its blazing speed at relatively economical fuel burns. Today we're going inside the Mooney Acclaim Type S to talk about everything you need to know about this ultra-fast aircraft. Mooney pilots have, from time to time, debated the drag penalty of the cabin step, which is located on the underside of the fuselage inboard of the right flap. It costs about a knot, so the Type S's is removable for the demanding pilot who simply insists on every last iota of cruise speed. While entering the cabin without the step is doable, it's better to have it than not, to protect against the flap being used as a step by clumsy passengers. The Type S has essentially the same equipment and option list as the Acclaim had. The significant exception is a Garmin G1000 upgraded to WAAS and a new detailed engine monitor page on the MFD side. The introductory Acclaim had only an engine summary page, which the new airplane still has, but the expanded version shows spiffy electronic analog gauges for map, fuel flow, RPM, and temps, and lucid bar charts for exhaust gas temperature and cylinder head temperature, plus some built-in warning functions. The G1000 has Garmin's new synthetic vision, along with the HITS display. The airplane is compact, and while the shoulder room is generous, the overall cabin side is cozy, as in the case of the backseat too. The interior is elegant, verging on luxurious, with nice leather with contrasting piping. It's a nice place to while away the hours as the terrain passes below you at an impressive rate. As with all Mooney models, the Acclaim comes with some impressive options, including a TKS anti-icing package that is approved for flight into known icing, and air conditioning. The addition of those two options, while contributing mightily to the safety and comfort, combine to cut the useful load tremendously. So many buyers choose to do without them, putting up with the heat on warm days on departure and arrival while practicing prudence when it comes to the icing issue. Those who live in the ice belt, not surprisingly, are Mooney's best customers for the TKS, which, for much part of the year, can be flown with little or no fluid in the tanks. That's a good way to think about the Acclaim. It's an unparalleled, 1-2 occupant, long-range rocket, but, maybe more importantly, an excellent regional airplane. When Mooney introduced its Type S Acclaim, it said that it indisputably had the fastest piston single in the world, with a top cruise speed of up to 242 knots, an improvement of nearly 10 knots over the original Acclaim. It had achieved this kind of speed increase by working into the design a number of aerodynamic enhancements, though it declined, like a NASCAR team working under cover of night, to go into detail about it. Mooney is known for its focus on performance, and the Acclaim Type S continues with the company's history of high-performance aircraft. Thanks to the Continental TSIO-550, its performance is one of the best, if not the best, in its class. With 240 plus knots at 25,000 feet, or 7,620 meters, the Acclaim Type S has one of the highest top speeds of any single-engine piston aircraft produced. At 16,000 feet, or 4,877 meters, the aircraft can fly at a speed of 220 knots. The Acclaim Type S is fast. However, it's also great in other performance categories. The range is 1,445 nautical miles, or 2,776 kilometers, with the standard tanks, and 1,852 nautical miles, or 3,430 kilometers, with the optional fuel tanks installed, which is once again among the best for a single-engine piston airplane. Fuel burn is also very good. At best power settings, the Acclaim Type S travels 11 nautical miles, or 20 kilometers, for every gallon, and fuel burn is around 20 gallons, or 75 liters per hour, with 2,400 RPM, 220 knot speed, at 16,000 feet or 4,877 meters with international standard atmospheric conditions. At 25,000 feet or 7,620 meters, the Acclaim Type S burns about 22 gallons or 83 liters per hour with a speed around 241 knots at 2,500 RPM. At best economy settings, the aircraft travels 12 nautical miles or 22 kilometers per gallon. This is based on a 215 knot speed, 2,400 RPM at 16,000 feet, or 4,877 meters, ISA conditions. And finally, the plane can take off in 1,620 feet, or 494 meters, has a maximum rate of climb per minute of 1,375 feet, or 420 meters, and a minimum landing distance of 2,200 feet, or 670 meters, all while maintaining a useful load with no options of 1,050 pounds, or 475 kilograms. These days, Mooney is talking more freely about the aerodynamic mods, and though they aren't the stuff of great genius, they have the unusual effect, unlike many such mods, doing what the company claims they will. What are they? The most noteworthy, and probably the most effective, is the addition of a new 3-bladed Hartzell prop. There are also a new, smaller, but still very effective air inlet, flap gap seals, and cleaned up gear doors and flap hinges. The result of the cleanup is an airplane that is noticeably faster than its predecessor by a good margin, about 7 to 10 knots. A feature that comes on every Acclaim is speed brakes, and they make flying the airplane a lot easier in a few different ways. Coupled with the 3 big speed brakes on the belly of the airplane, Acclaim pilots have some great tools to help in getting the airplane heading down when it's time to descend. And they allow you to do it without building up too big a head of steam, while still letting you keep the power reductions incremental and gradual. If you fly the airplane at the flight levels, you'll need the help. Few controllers seem to understand the difference between a pressurized airplane and a non-pressurized one. The difference, of course, is about 1,000 feet or 300 meters in the rate of descent per minute. The speed brakes also help in landing. You've probably heard that Mooneys are hard airplanes to land, and it's true. The key, as you know, if you've flown them, is to control your airspeed. By using the speed brakes, however, the airplane tends to float a lot less. Talking about costs, the base purchase price for a new Mooney Acclaim Type S is around $800,000 before options. And while the total fixed cost is roughly $30,000 to $40,000 per year, the average hourly operating cost is estimated at $300 to $350. Thank you for staying with us to the end. Here are 2 videos you can watch next. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure you leave a like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.